Hello guys, it's Rainy. Today we will make the 2020 Vortex rankings. This list is based off of people's peak performance specifically in 2020. First we start with 101. 101 had a decent run with Vortex, but I wouldn't say he was anything special. Nonetheless, I think he tops the B tier. Next we have one vet. He was never the best at Vortex, but I think he's definitely B tier but below 101. Following that we have Billy. Billy was pretty active and could use Vortex well. But compared to the top Vortex users at the time, he couldn't compete. Then we have Brubru. He didn't really use Vortex and opted for Shadow. But even with that he was just okay, C tier. Next we have Charbot53. Instant S tier. His skill was not well received, but in my opinion I don't think there was anyone better than him at the time. Here is General Droid. He was competent at close range. Overall a decent Vortex user. But compared to A and S tier, he could not place there. He was definitely better than one vet and Billy though. Now we have Eode. Another instant S tier. His aim was crazy, and to top it all off the dude barely played. Next is Fancy. Fancy at the time stopped playing as often. But he was still not half bad at Vortex. Although I think Droid was better than him at the time. Here we have the most controversial Vortex player of 2020. Finn had an unorthodox style, and it made him difficult to fight. His aim also improved drastically over time. A tier. Now we have Green Snake did. Snake had a decent run as well, and his performance was similar to 101. You could swap these. Next is Mac. Mac had a good spirit, but his performance couldn't keep up. C tier, although he was better than Bruh. Now is NASA. NASA is another instant S tier. Excellent at close range and mid-close as well. I think he was slightly better than Eode. Now we have Pickle. Pickle wasn't the most active Vortex user, but he could still hold his own. Next is Princess Major. They were not that good. They might be D tier, although I'll see after the others. Now we have Pure. He was alright. I think better than Bruh. But him and Mac were similar. Now is me. I think I was I tier. Majority of the time I could beat the people in the lower ranks. But I wasn't quite S tier. Next is Spike. Spike wasn't really a Vortex user, but when he did use it, he was pretty bad. D tier, and now that he's D tier I think Princess Major is as well. Next is Turner. Him and Fancy fought pretty similarly. Although I think Fancy was better than him at the time. Following is Voke. Voke was definitely B tier, although towards the lower end. Now is Shark. At the time I think Shark was better than Fancy, but not higher than that performance-wise. Finally, we have Floyd. Floyd was short-lived, although he put up a good fight while he was there one day. But since he never came back, he's A tier. There you go guys. The 2020 Vortex rankings. Thank you for watching.